Jacob Harlon is a successful stockbroker living with his wife, Catherine, and son Joshua in California. One night, he drives his wife and friends home after dinner and causes a collision which kills one of his friends. Advised to take a plea deal due to him being under the influence of alcohol at the time of the accident, Jacob is sentenced to 16 months at the California Institution for Men in Chino. Shocked by the brutality of prison life, Harlon stands his ground and attacks an African-American inmate when provoked, drawing the attention of Bottles, the shot caller, for a violent white supremacist gang, Paney. In return for protection and entry into the gang, Jacob is forced to smuggle heroin and kill a snitch within the gang. Harlon rises in rank, obtains the alias Money, and acquires several gang-related tattoos. Harlon also appears muscular, and his personality changes dramatically, hardened by prison life. During a riot, Harlon stabs another inmate to save the life of the head of the Serenos, but is caught on camera. This earns him respect from other gang leaders. However, he is sentenced to 9 more years. Harlon ceases all contact with his family, demanding that they move on and forget him. Harlon is transferred to Corcoran State Prison under maximum security. There, he is introduced to an inmate called the Beast, who commands the Aryan Brotherhood, the top of the white prison gang hierarchy. Impressed with Harlon's dedication, Beast promotes him to his second-in-command. Set to be released after serving over 7 years, Harlon is ordered by Beast to orchestrate a weapons deal with the Serenos. Knowing he will be on parole, Harlon hesitates until Beast informs him that membership in the gang does not end when leaving prison and threatens his family. Upon release, he is greeted by Shotgun and other gang members, including Howie, a young Afghanistan war veteran with no criminal record. Harlon survives an attack at a party and orders Howie to answer to no one but him. Harlon's parole officer, Ed Kutcher, is tipped off about the weapons deal and places Harlon under surveillance. As Harlon prepares to sell a cache of weapons, Howie reveals that he does not want to become a gang member. Harlon also discovers Shotgun is Kutcher's informant. After Harlon transfers his finances to his wife, she brings Joshua to meet him against his wishes. Seeing how his son has grown up without him, Harlon holds his emotions. Joshua demands answers, but is unable to understand his father's gang life. Harlon shuts the door and has a brief emotional breakdown. On the day of the deal, Harlon escapes his surveillance and goes to Shotgun's house, where he kills him. Kutcher finds Shotgun's body and retrieves his cell phone. After meeting the Serenos, Harlon texts their coordinates to Shotgun's cell phone. Realizing that Shotgun hid more of the weapons to sell himself, Harlon warns Howie to leave the criminal life and forces him out of the vehicle. As the deal closes, the police, ATF, and SWAT alerted by Harlon's texts surround the gangs. Only Howie escapes and watches from a distance, realizing Harlon saved his life. Fully validated, Harlon is sentenced to life imprisonment with no possibility of parole. He turns down Kutcher's offer to testify against Beast in exchange for a full pardon. Harlon is returned to Corcoran, where a corrupt prison guard brings him to Beast. Realizing Harlon was responsible for the raid, Beast orders him to live out his sentence with the guilt that his family will be killed for his actions. This provokes Harlon. Having smuggled in a handcuff key and a razor blade, he frees himself. Harlon subdues the guard and forces him to drop his radio before locking him in a cell. Beast realizes that Harlon tipped off law enforcement knowing he would be sent back to Corcoran. Harlon unlocks Beast's cage, and a brief fight ensues, leaving Beast mortally wounded. Harlon watches a dying Beast and demands, "Nobody's touching my family." He orders the prison guard to claim that he acted in self-defense and assumes Beast's place as the new leader atop the gang hierarchy. With his family's safety secured, Harlon accepts his life sentence and notifies Kutcher about the remaining weapons. He receives a letter from Joshua, explaining that he and Catherine are moving on, living a successful and happy life, and that he has forgiven his father. This touches Harlon emotionally as he looks at pictures of his former life with his family. He realizes that sacrificing his own freedom to kill Beast was the only way he could truly protect his family from his other enemies. The film ends with Harlon exercising in the yard. Thank you for watching, and if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe.